Hey, Mike with Mike's Bags, and today I am reviewing the Emerald XR by Swag Bags. This is one of the new bags for the 2024 season for Swag Bags. Let's go ahead and dive in, and we'll break this bag down. We'll start with the slow side material. This is a carpet bag. This has that Viking carpet. It's a wonderful material. It's very controllable. It's great for shaping shots. It's great for playing a dirty style game. You're looking at about a 4-speed here. Materials also plays really well in humidity. If some boards get damp, sticky from humid conditions, this material will keep moving, so it's very playable there. So 4-speed on the slow side. Fast side, this is that game changer, surefire fast side. Same fast side you find on the Shazam by Swag Bags. It's like an 8.5, sort of between an 8 and 9. I call it an 8.5 speed. It's great for pushing, collecting, cleaning up a lot of congestion, pushing through a lot of chaos on the boards. It also plays well in humidity, so this is a wonderful bag. Both sides play well and keep moving pretty decently in humid conditions. We're looking at about a 4, 8.5 on the speeds of the materials. Template-wise, this is that medium template bag, which we're seeing a lot of for ACL stamp bags, which I didn't mention. These are ACL stamp for 2024. These have the Pro stamp on them, so put ACL events. These are great for that. But it has that medium template that we're seeing from, the ACL bag, that 6x6 square. The fill in here is a mixed fill. I think this is a new fill to Swag Bags. I don't recognize this fill, but I love the fill. It's got a good mixture, a good assortment of different size fill, some beads, some flat fill. Might even be some flat disc in here, possibly. I don't know, but it's a good mixture of fill. It gives the bag a ton of movement. It gives the bag a lot of, it helps you with shot shaping. So if you like to throw cuts, rolls, flops, this bag is very active on the board. It's great for that. Even if you like to just bounce, I talk about a lot of times a bounce shot, that hop over the corner. This bag does that beautifully. So it's a very active bag. So like I said, if you like to play that dirty style game and then shape shots around that, this is a perfect bag with a perfect fill for that. The flop in here, it's a medium fill, so this bag does have some flop. It's not a full feeling bag, so you get some flop, which also leads to that forgiveness around the hole. But I'll get to more on that here in a moment about playability. But yeah, there's some flop here, but it's not overly floppy. It's not the fullest bag I've thrown. It's not the floppiest bag. It's kind of right in the middle on the amount of fill and the floppiness you get on the bag. Now, what makes this Emerald XR different from the original Emerald or the Emerald that Swag Bags had in the past? The big change would be the material, the fast side material. They've stepped this up to an 8-speed or 8.5 speed. It was that 7-speed slide ride material you found on the fast side. Now they moved up to this 8.5 speed surefire game changer material. Also, I think the fill, I don't remember the fill in the old Emeralds, but I think the fill is slightly different. So they've changed the fill. To me, they've made the bag better. If you like the Emerald, I think you're going to love the Emerald XR. So definitely give them a try. That leads me into playability on this. And this is a bag, to me, that's designed for that control player. You like to play that dirty style game. You like to put blockers up there because you can control this slow side. You can control this carpet. You can throw blockers wherever you want. You can put level 1, 2, 3, 4 blockers. You can put it wherever on the board. You can really get this bag to stop where you want it to. Ton of control. Absolutely love that. And then you get that blocker up there, and you can then throw your cuts, your rolls, your flops, and get around it and leave the blocker there. And then the last bag, flip it over, a ton of speed here. You can come down and push that bag and take it in. Bags are very collectible, even though they have some flop. Again, they're not overly floppy. So the bags are according up when you're trying to collect in the corners. So you can just come down, clip a corner, take them in. The probably the negatives on this bag, and I'm going to nitpick here for a moment. So when I say these as negatives, they're not negatives because they lead to positives, and I'll explain that here in a moment. But one, this material here, this material has a kick to it, and when you add a bouncy fill, it exaggerates that kick. So this bag does kick pretty hard. If you're not throwing a flat bag, maybe not the best option for you. But if you throw a consistent bag with a consistent tilt, you can deal with that. However, that kick, I always say the kick is an unintentional cut. So if a bag has a kick to it, it also has a wonderful cut to it. This bag is very cuttable. You can really make this bag turn like you want to, control it. And you add in that bouncy fill, which exaggerates the kick. It also exaggerates that cut. So this is a wonderful bag. Like I say, if you want to put that blocker up there and you want to throw cuts and cut around, left to right, right to left, you can work this bag however you want to. And for me, that's my style. I'm more of a cut bag thrower than I am a roller flopper. So I like to put blockers up there, cut around, and then come down and clean up. That's the style of game I like to play. This bag is perfect for that. But also, if you're a roll bag thrower, very easy bag to roll. And even if you're not a good roll bag thrower, if you're still learning, this is a very easy bag to roll. There are times where I rolled it on accident, not really trying to. It just wants to get up and roll. It has that hop, that movement, that bounce. So you're throwing a bag, and maybe you just want to kind of land behind it, just hop over and leave the bag there. You can definitely do that. The other negative I would say on this, as I was talking about negatives, is around the hole. This material is not hole friendly. It's a 4-speed because it's very sticky. It's a 4-speed because there's a ton of friction. It just sticks and grabs the board, and that leads to it not being hole friendly. The bag wants to hang up on the hole. Now you add in this mixed fill with some beads in here, and you kind of counteract that some because this fill is a hole-friendly style fill. So you're kind of trying to balance out what you lose this material, you kind of gain back in the fill and balance it out. Not the hole-friendly of bag, but if you throw a carpet like this, you're used to bags hanging, you're used to not having a hole-friendly bag. And when I say not hole-friendly, it's hole-friendly for a 4-speed material. It's just not that hole-friendly in the bigger scheme of things. Faster bags are by far more hole-friendly. But the bag is very collectible. So if you've got a bag, you get up there and you end up with the bag hanging, it doesn't take much to come in, clip it, pull it in. If the other side of the board, like I said, you can throw a cut, come across, clip it, take it in. So the bags are very collectible. So as long as it's not your last bag, it's not that hard to collect in. And again, I talk about it all the time, when I'm throwing on these open boards, I'm throwing by myself. I'm throwing 4 bags. So even if my first bag hangs, there's only 3 more coming after it. If I'm playing against an opponent, there's twice as many bags, so the bags are more likely going to go in than what you see here sometimes. The last thing I would say on this as far as negatives, and again, I'm still nitpicking here, is I talk about the bags being very collectible, but one thing is be careful when you have a bag that has a bouncy fill, and this does, is when you go to push, if you land too close to the bag, there's a tendency of the bag to want to hop over. And I talked about that being an advantage. You can play that little bounce, a little hop, skip over your opponent's blockers all you want, sneak into the hole. You can do that here. What you have to do is one of 2 things when I do a place. If I want to collect a bag that's mine, I'm going to throw slow side a little deeper, land like right behind or even right on the back edge of that bag and just ride it in. And that takes the bag. Once the bag hits the other bag, it takes the bounce out of it. Or if I'm going slick side, I'm going to land further back behind the bag, let the bag hit, bounce, settle, and then it'll push through. Like so if you land right behind it, there's a chance you'll skip over or hop on it, and then it kind of catches both bags. You got 2 bags in there. So just be careful. I mean, again, I love the balance. I love the action that this fill gives to it. So those negatives are really minor. The positive to me way outweigh those negatives. And I'm just trying to nitpick the bag. It's a wonderful bag. For my style of game, I love throwing this bag. Like I said, if you like to play a dirty style game, you like to shape shots, you like to cut, roll, flop, this is perfect for that. If you're trying to get into that style game, maybe you're more of a hole for hole person, but you want a bag that you can play a dirty style game with, this is a great bag to get and start. It's a very easy bag to cut. Very easy bag to roll. So you could actually learn in this bag and then kind of grow into it, so to speak. So wonderful bag for starting out, wonderful bag for advanced players. It really fits a broad spectrum of players out there. And then the other thing I would say on this is also a bag that if maybe you don't play a dirty style game, but you're playing against people who do, and you just don't like pushing through their bags, this is a great bag to play kind of a get around style game. So your opponent throws a blocker up there, just like I said, I throw my blocker, cut around, and then go through. You can play that cut around. You can step out, kind of bully their bag fast enough on the fast side. You can come and bully their bag out, take yours in, push yours out of play. So it's definitely a bag that you can play that get around style game and leave your opponent's blockers up there. The bag is also, I didn't mention, but I talk about the flop of the bag. So this bag has enough flop to it that it actually is a little more forgiving around the hole than a traditional carpet bag is. Typically, carpet bags have that fuller feel to it. And this bag being more of a medium fill to it and not as full, it gives you that flop. So when this bag goes up there, if you're off, it does want to still grab that hole where traditional carpet bags want to kind of skip over. It does want to grab it and spin around. And with enough speed, it'll spin around and come back in. If it doesn't have enough speed, it'll just grab and sit there. You can come back to your next bag or a bag later. Like I said, come across the cut, grab it, or come in, just clip it and take it in. So it is a lot more forgiving around the hole than what you would traditionally get with a carpet bag. So I do like the fact that you gain all the playability and control you get with a carpet bag, but you're not losing that forgiveness that you traditionally lose with the carpet bag. That leads me into availability, and Swag Bags has a website. It's swagbagscornhole.com. I hope I got that right. There'll be a link in the description just to be sure on that. The bags, they did have a few bags in stock right now, some special designs. I don't know if they've officially released this Emerald XR yet, but there are a few on the website. I'm sure there's more to come very soon. The bags were $89.99, something like that. So Swag Bags should be run between $85 and $90, which is a very reasonable price. It's right down the middle. Really like their price point for their bags, and the shipping is $13 flat rate shipping. A little hint, little cheat code I'll give you is, and I think this is still true. I hope this is still true. Their shipping has been, if you order multiple sets, it's still $13. Doesn't matter, so if you get 1 set, 2 sets, 3 sets, whatever, it's still $13. So if you're looking to buy multiple sets, buy them together, or if some of your league mates are looking to buy a set or two, add in 2 or 3 orders to one, and then you can split the shipping cost, save your guys a little bit of money. So $85, $90 for the bags, $13 shipping on that. And I hope I got that shipping flat rate. I hope that's still true. I should have looked that up and I didn't. I hope I'm not giving you guys false information. But anyway, go grab yourself a set. I really recommend these Emeralds XRs. If you don't have a carpet bag in your lineup and you're looking to get one, this is definitely a bag to get. I think you're going to love it. If you've thrown these, I'd love to hear your feedback. I always appreciate hearing your guys' opinions on the bags and not just always hearing mine. I thank you guys so much for support, and I thank you for watching.